Do you remember daydreaming when you were a kid? How you could get just so wrapped up and involved in your daydream that you would forget where you were, you would forget about time and space, and someone would literally have to jar you awake back into your present reality because you were so involved in just the enjoyment of that magical daydream. So what if I told you that power to absorb yourself in your imagination is actually a superpower? Hi, my name is Julie Deanne. What I am talking about here today is the power of our imagination. You know, they talk about visualization being powerful. You know, athletes use this. They will visualize themselves doing well, winning the race, winning whatever it is, you know, going through the motions. Artists as well. Van Gogh, right? He said, I imagine my painting and then I paint my imagination, right? It's very powerful. You use your imagination to think about what it is you want to create, and then you go backwards, right? You start figuring out, well, if that's what I want to get, then how do I do that? And you start taking steps towards it. All great inventors and visionaries do this as well. So then, why is it that we, if you're not, you know, a great artist or a great athlete or visionary or inventor or something of that nature, for most of us, why is it that that teachers tell us, stop daydreaming? You know, that's only your imagination. Oh, you have a wild imagination. There's so many sayings like this, right? And I find it so odd that it is our imagination that makes life so colorful, right? It's what allows us to create and to bring so much joy and magic into life. And the truth is, what we see in our minds is what we create in our lives. There is a saying, if you see it, seeing is believing, right? But what that really means is when you can see it in your mind, then you can believe it. You can believe it's possible. It's not seeing it out there. It's actually seeing it in here, in your mind. You have to see it first, and you believe that it's possible. You believe in yourself, you believe in your dreams, and then you make it a reality out there, and then you will see it reflected out there. But you've got to see it in your mind's eye first. What does Bashar says, circumstances don't matter, only your state of being matters. And there is a funny play on the word matter there, matters. Circumstances really don't matter. They are changeable, malleable. It's like clay. You can manipulate it, you can change it when you use your imagination and you see in your mind's eye how you want it to be. But if you believe everything, if you believe that circumstances dictate your reality, then that clay hardens. It's already hard and it's going to be tough to change it. But when you think of circumstances as being changeable based on your beliefs, on what you see in your mind's eye, which is how it truly works, then all those circumstances can change. It's just like how one person can walk outside and just be totally upset and disappointed that it's a rainy day, and another person can walk outside and be thrilled and giddy with all the goodness that's going to come from that rain and all of the alternative options that having a rainy day affords them. It's all in your perspective, and it's all in the thoughts that you choose to think. So what if you could apply this skill, this superpower of your imagination to your life? And you could say, I can see it in my mind's eye, I can smell it, I can taste it, I can touch it, I can feel it, I can literally go through the motions in your mind, in your reality, but of course, you're just doing the motions. It's just like an actor or an actress practicing. It's just like how athletes will practice plays and moves, and cooking chefs will go through and try out different recipes. It's the same way with our lives. We see it in our mind, and then we take little steps, and those micro steps, that's what builds a life, and that's what builds greatness. So the power of our imagination is what we're talking about. Harnessing and using it for good. Imagining the life and the things that we would love to have and experience in our lives. Be luminous.